on this episode of Cooking with Matt, these two items, guys, I'm going to show you, they go together so well, like peanut butter and jelly, that you're just going to be amazed. And I'm going to show you how to spice them up, as always. Today we're going to be making pizza snack rolls and pasta, the two P's. Ha! Pee-pee. Just a note, guys, these pizza bites do ask for a preheat to 425. I think it's a little too high because you don't want them burning. The worst thing is having these because you cook them 6 to 8 minutes. Now, if you have it too high, or if you leave them in too long, I should say, eventually like the pockets explode and it's like so. And trust me, it's a mess. It just gets, and it burns all over the place, and now you have an exploded pocket with half the frickin' stuff you want to eat just like all over your tray. So I put mine on 410, which is a little bit lower. I know a couple of degrees might not make a huge difference, but trust me, it makes a big difference. And secondly, we got Columbia small shells. This Columbia is the brand you have loved since 1848. How do I know that? It says it right on the frickin' package. Alright, so we're going to fill this up, probably about 1/4 of the way with water here, and then we're going to boil that water. Alright, so we're gonna put this on high, actually, because we just want the water to boil right now as fast as possible. Make sure you turn on the right one. This is the front, and that's what I'm using. Don't turn on the rear, because it'd be a pain in the rear. Right, so now we are going to spray the tray here, so pizza bites obviously don't stick to it, and we're not peeling it off like a dead raccoon on the road. So just give it a good spray. Make sure you just spray it. You don't have to coat it like the crap. As long as you just cover it once, that's good, because we don't want to be wasting vegetable spray here. Once it's coated, what I like to do is already get the things out of the box, so that when the oven is preheated, I can just pop it in and not have to worry about nothing. Just gonna open this like so. This box says approximately 15. I don't know why can't they just put 15 or whatever in there. So we're going to count them and see how many's in here. There better be 15 or I'm going to crap a brick. 15, 16, 17. Look at that, guys. I won by 2. Shebang. That's what's up. Crap's ready. Let's put it in. Alright, the water's finally boiling. So what we're going to do first is put salt in here, and I just have a salt grinder. It doesn't matter what kind of salt you use. Put salt in the water. That keeps the pasta from sticking together, or so I think. Now, how I like to measure this, I poured it in because I just usually eat it in a bowl. So because this is my ghetto way of doing this. So I just pour it in here first. Now remember, these are going to get a little bigger when you boil them. So I usually fill up about half the. That's probably good right there. Because these, like I said, they'll get a tad bit bigger. But this is about pretty good portion for my little skinny booty. Yeah, we're just gonna plop these goobers right in here. Now make sure you stir them at first, because if you just let them sit here like this, and you're gonna get like one big clump of junk. So make sure when you pour them in, clean this fork off because it still has syrup from this morning on it. Just make sure you give them a stir so they don't stick together, and then they should be good the rest of the time they're in here. You just kind of want to separate them a little bit there. If you guys can see that. So I just gave them a stir. I just didn't pour them in and let them sit. So now they should be good. They shouldn't stick together. We're going to let these boil. And then we're going to be putting in the pizza bites right now. Alright folks, we're going to be putting the pizza bites in. Always use a mitt. Otherwise, you're not going to be happy. Well, I mean, you can put this in with your hand. And when you grab it to pull it out, though, you make sure you use the mitt, otherwise you'll be burning yourself. Now, I'm going to cook these for exactly 7 minutes, and the reason is because any time past that, they're going to be poofing and exploding all over the place like I told you about earlier, and we don't want that to happen. So, shebang goes the oven, and then we're going to put the timer on 7 exactly. As soon as it's done, we're pulling them out. And the pasta should be done about the same time, so I'm going to be right back. I always like to sample a little bit. It's a little firm. That's called al dente, as the Italianos say it. I kind of like my pastas to where it's just, you know, not like chewing a rock. So we're going to leave it a little bit more. Bagel bites will be done in about a minute, so they should be perfect. And then I'm going to show you guys how to spice these things up once they're done. Alright, we're getting down to the wire here, folks. 38 seconds, and then what we got to do is pull these out, set them up, grab that, turn it off, drain them, and do all kind of other crap. I know, this is going to be really intense, so you got to do this like all at once. Otherwise, it's just going to screw up and go all over the place. This is intense, guys. I mean, there's literally 20 seconds. This is like freaking bringing in the new year right here. Count it down with me, folks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! Happy New Year! Yes! Alright, hit cancel. Turn your oven off. Now we're going to grab these little goobers out of here. See, they're exploding. See what I told you, and I didn't even have it on one whatever. See how some of these are popped open like that? Look. It's a good thing I pulled them out right now, or otherwise they'd be like freaking grenades all over my oven. So we're going to set these up here. We're going to turn actually the heat off, just off on that because the water's still boiling. So join me at the sink while I drain them. Alright. Oh, frick. Alright, we're going to strain these little goobers right in here. Just pour them in. Don't burn yourself. This is just a plastic strainer I got from Dollar Tree. Cost me $1. Obviously. You don't need nothing expensive. You don't need no fancy strainer made out of gold. If you're on a budget, just go to the frickin' dollar store and buy it. It's perfect. It does the job. Look at all that pasta it holds. You don't need a strainer that's, you know, sterling silver or made out of 14 karat gold. Just settle for this, and trust me, you'll thank me later. Just flip it up a little bit. Don't be too violent or stuff's going to be pouring all over the place. You just kind of want to get all the water out of the bottom there. And then follow me over here. And we're just going to pour this right. And actually, before I do that, let me bring you back over here to show you what I'm going to do to spice this up. I don't like sauce, guys. I know. I'm weird. So instead, we're going to just be making buttered noodles. This is the key ingredient, guys, is butter to make these noodles extra fantabulous. So we're just going to take about that much, probably. And I always like to do it while they're in the strainer because it's easier to get the butter soaked all over the place. So we're just going to kind of dip it in there and stir the butter around just to make sure they're kind of all coated. Again, secret ingredient to make these extra delicious. If you're like me and don't like sauce, trust me, this is an awesome alternative. Because sauce is disgusting, especially that chunky stuff. I mean, it's seriously, it tastes like, with the meat in it and everything, it's disgusting. It's like I'm tasting something off that just got killed on the road, and the sauce is the blood and the meat's the animal. So that's why I don't like sauce. Maybe you do, that's fine. But this is buttered, my buttered way. So now we're going to come over here and just, goober, what are you doing? Pour it in there. See, guys, how I said they pop up a little bit? This is going to be a lot. This is a lot of food for a little me right here. A whole bowl full of bull. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, as you can see, there was definitely, they're like almost over the top there. So now, let's get these guys off. Ow! I just like to plop these off with my hands. Don't burn yourself. As you can see, they're exploding already, just like I told you. Good thing I didn't leave them in for another minute longer, otherwise it would have been bad. Alright, our 17, not 15, that's fantastic. Any extra is always good. Now my other secret ingredients for the pasta. Some more salt. I'm a salt head, folks. I love salt. Sea salt, fresh ground, fantastic. You can even add a little pepper if you want. I think we're going to do that. Fresh ground pepper, just a little bit though, because what I'm going to be adding next is literally going to blow your mind away, and that is crushed red pepper. Crushed red pepper is awesome. Makes food hot, and it pretty much goes on anything, which is nice. So just be careful when you stir, because if you stir it like a maniac, it's going to end up all over the floor. The cat's going to be eating it, and everything in between. So yeah, that's about good right there. And oh, these are going to be absolutely fantastic, folks. And finally, shebang, here's these little exploded pockets over here. Again, I'm going to do some salt and a little bit of hot red pepper. And with a little bit of apple sauce, You have a complete meal here, folks. Pasta and pizza bites. Been going together for generations like peanut butter and jelly. Try it, you're going to love it. And thanks for watching Cooking with Matt. I'm starving, so goodbye.